Could Lady Louise Windsor, the Queen's youngest granddaughter, become the most unexpected royal reformer of her generation? Rumours of her quiet engagement to her longtime boyfriend have sent gentle ripples through royal circles. But behind the grace and modesty of this young royal lies a potential turning point for the modern British monarchy. Because, if true, this engagement could mark the moment the Windsors finally embrace a new era. An era where love, education, and independence take precedence over titles, lineage, and protocol. In today's video, we're going to explore how Lady Louise's supposed engagement could reshape the royal family as we know it, from the traditions she might quietly dismantle to the new model of royal womanhood she embodies. Don't forget to subscribe as we uncover the fascinating ways in which this young royal, once thought to live entirely in the background, could help steer the monarchy toward its most graceful evolution yet. Born in the year 2003, Lady Louise Alice Elizabeth Mary Mountbatten Windsor has always been described as the Windsor who grew up quietly. The daughter of Prince Edward and Sophie, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, Louise spent her childhood largely away from the spotlight, attending regular schools, taking part in school plays, and even working a summer job at a local garden centre. Far from the public scrutiny that defined her cousins William and Harry, Lady Louise represents something strikingly modern, a royal with a normal life. Yet, in the softest of ways, her choices already reflect the changing spirit of the crown. She studied English literature at St. Andrews University, the same university where Prince William met Catherine. But unlike her cousins, she has no working royal role. And now, with whispers of her engagement to a non-aristocratic boyfriend, a young man from her circle of university friends, Louise could be on the verge of rewriting one of the most delicate royal scripts: who a Windsor can love, and how they can live. If the reports are true, Louise's relationship is far from a grand royal romance. There were no official photographs, no formal announcements, only glimpses of the pair attending equestrian events and being spotted near Bagshot Park, her family's home. But that very ordinariness is what makes this story revolutionary. The Windsors have long been shaped by marriages that reflected duty rather than affection. From Princess Margaret's heartbreak to Prince Charles's arranged destiny, the shadow of obligation often loomed large. Lady Louise's choice, however, could signal a shift toward authenticity. A love story lived quietly, without the scaffolding of expectation. Should she choose to marry without demanding a title, it would mirror her parents' philosophy of simplicity and service. Prince Edward and Duchess Sophie famously refused the style of prince and princess for their children, wanting them to grow up as privately as possible. Now, Louise's rumoured engagement could be the natural continuation of that legacy, one that makes space for a new kind of royal freedom. If you're enjoying this deep dive into how Lady Louise might quietly reshape royal tradition, please don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us bring you more elegant insights into royal life. The phrase "royal marries commoner" used to send the press into a frenzy. But in the 21st century, it's almost become the monarchy's saving grace. From Catherine Middleton to Meghan Markle, and even Queen Camilla's second-chance love story, each union has gradually humanized the crown. But Lady Louise's situation is different. She's not expected to be a working royal. She doesn't carry the burden of succession. Her marriage would therefore be the first royal engagement of the modern era conducted entirely on her own terms. No political calculation, no public pressure, just personal choice. That, in itself, would be historic. And, symbolically, it would cement the idea that even those born within the firm can choose quiet happiness over ceremonial obligation. A message that might resonate deeply with younger generations who no longer see monarchy as a matter of divine privilege, but of personal integrity. To understand Lady Louise's approach to love and life, one must look at her mother, Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh. Sophie married for love, not position. Her wedding to Prince Edward in 1999 was intimate, modest, and remarkably unpretentious, held at St. George's Chapel, Windsor, rather than Westminster Abbey. Their marriage, now over 2 decades strong, has become one of the few unblemished success stories of modern royal life. No scandals, no separations, just quiet devotion and shared duty. That example has shaped Lady Louise's worldview. In many ways, Sophie's influence could guide her daughter toward the same kind of grounded, independent partnership. one that feels more like family than institution. If Louise chooses a similar path, she wouldn't be rebelling against royal tradition. She'd be refining it. It's worth remembering that Lady Louise is the first female descendant of Queen Elizabeth II to grow up entirely in the post-Diana era, an age where emotional intelligence, authenticity, and compassion have become royal virtues. Her rumoured engagement, then, is more than a personal milestone. It's symbolic of a monarchy learning to survive by softening, because while she may never wear a crown, Lady Louise could embody the monarchy's next chapter, one in which service is personal, privilege is balanced by empathy, and love is guided by freedom, not formality. Behind the gates of Buckingham and the walls of Windsor, such a union would likely be met with quiet approval. King Charles III, long determined to slim down the monarchy, might see Lady Louise's independent life as the ideal model for non-working royals of the future. Financially self-sufficient, privately happy, and publicly dignified. Meanwhile, Prince William and Princess Catherine, advocates for a modernized and emotionally attuned monarchy, would no doubt welcome a new Windsor couple who live among the people, not above them. Even Queen Camilla, who herself once defied decades of royal taboo to marry for love, might view the engagement as a triumph of authenticity over appearance. Lady Louise Windsor's engagement, if indeed it is on the horizon, will not be marked by state pageantry or global television broadcasts. But make no mistake, its impact could be profound. It would represent a generation of royals who are quietly stepping away from the gilded mold, proving that the survival of the monarchy may depend not on spectacle, but sincerity. Through her calm demeanour, academic curiosity, and understated grace, Louise has already won the public's affection. A humble wedding, a simple title, and a life led by love, these might become the new markers of royal worth. What's your opinion on Lady Louise choosing a more private, non-traditional royal marriage? Would such a step strengthen the monarchy, or risk diluting the magic that defines it? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your view. If Diana once humanized the monarchy through compassion, and Catherine refined it through grace, Lady Louise could redefine it through quiet normalcy. Her rumoured engagement might seem small on the surface, but beneath it lies the heart of the Windsor transformation, the return to humanity. A future queen may not rise from this match, but a new kind of royal example might, one that values love over lineage, education over entitlement, and authenticity over appearance. And perhaps that's the kind of monarchy Britain and the world is now ready for. In the end, perhaps the future of the monarchy won't be defined by crowns or ceremonies, but by the quiet strength of those who choose authenticity over expectation. Lady Louise reminds us that sometimes the most profound revolutions begin softly, in the heart.